Hey, you're looking at activity 3.2F, the time management activity. This activity has two parts. We have the part that you're going to write and type on and draw on, and we have this, our time management spreadsheet. You're going to use this a little later in question two, so I'll come back to it then. All right, so we're back here at the original, or at the activity that you're going to write on. If you look at number one, it says conduct a personal assessment of your daily activities. Um, Now, it says you want to write down what you do each hour of the day. Where are you going to do this? You're going to do it on something called an hourly planner. I'm going to open up Google and we'll find a couple. Now, down here, you'll see images for hourly planners and you'll see links that you can click on to open up or to find an hourly planner that you can print out, and you want to record what you do basically every half hour of every day of this week, of a normal week, um, even including sleep, work, um, when you usually call your mom, anything that you normally do during a week, you want it here. Make sure that the entire thing is filled out. All right, and once that's done, um, you're going to scroll down. You don't want to do the rest of number one right now. It's going to be easier if we do that later. You're going to scroll down to number two. Here, we're going to use our Excel spreadsheet. Let me open that up now. Our spreadsheet has 7 days in it. They're right here at the very top. And it has categories of activities on the left-hand side. Down at the bottom, below the spreadsheet, below the table, you have something that says remaining total for the day. And that's going to keep track of what you put in each column. So let me show you. So I'm going to put 7 hours for work, 7 hours for sleep, 7 hours protect sheet, my secret password, 7 hours for transport. I've only got 3 hours left. So I'm going to put them all into cooking and eating. Now that my remaining total is 0, I know that I'm done filling out things for that day. I want every day to have 0 remaining hours. Because if there's 0 underneath there, that means that every hour is accounted for in each day, and we want to make sure that happens. There are a couple categories I want to explain: transport um, and other. Transport is basically any time that you spend commuting in a day. Usually, for most people, it's going to be no more than 3 hours, hopefully. And other is anything that you can't really fit into the categories above it. I don't know what your weird hobbies are, or and there's no way for us to account for all of them on the spreadsheet. So if it doesn't fit into the stuff above, just, put it in other. You want this entire spreadsheet filled out. Let me show you a spreadsheet that's been completed. Okay, so this spreadsheet has been completed. Notice that not every cell is filled out, but on the remaining total for the day, you have nothing but zeros. So you don't have to fill in every cell. There are two colors on this spreadsheet. You have blue and you have pink. Now you want all of the time that you consider spent to be spent working filled out in blue, and all the time that you consider leisure or recreation to be filled out in pink. The way you get those colors into your cells is by either clicking on a cell, going to Home, and then you see this paint bucket here. It says Fill Color. You want to pick the blue color if it's work, or the pink color if it's you consider it to be leisure or recreation. Um, or you could just go here to Format Painter, and when I click on this, the next cell I click on will have that same color. Boom. Okay, let me close this. Nope. All right, so that's how you fill out this. That will be very important for the 3 and 4 on the activity that we're going to write on. Okay, for number 3, well, once we've created the Excel spreadsheet, we have to fill in this chart. Right here where it says total number of hours recorded for the week, we want that to equal to 168 because 24 hours are in a day, there are 7 days in a week, 7 times 24 equals 168. And here in this column, sorry, in this column, you want to record all of the hours spent doing work, leisure activities, recreational activities, and sleep. You're going to get that information from the spreadsheet that you just filled out. Um, Now, what's the difference between leisure and recreation? That's really up to you. Um, it's a very fine distinction, and you can say that leisure is time you spend relaxing, and recreation is time that you spend doing active things that are not work. Um, it's up to you, I feel. If there's a problem, if Boston Public Schools has their own private definition, they haven't let me know. In the third column, it says estimated percentage of hours. You find that by dividing what's in the second column by 168. So for work, say it's 40. If I divide 40 by 168, that equals around 24, 0.24. That's 24%. Um, it's okay to leave uh, a decimal in there if you want, but only leave 2 decimals. Um, so it'll be 24% for work. And I want to do that for all of every column, every row here. One for leisure, recreation, and sleep. Um, Now that that's done, let's say it's done, I'm going to scroll up. Now for number one, you want to fill in on this row, I'm sorry, on this item, how many hours you spend working, um, the total hours of leisure time spent per week. I would combine from number three your leisure and your recreational time and put it right here. And then you record the total hours of time spent sleeping per week. And then you draw a circle graph right here. Let me show you a completed one. Okay, so this person recorded what they spend working in 1 week, 91 hours, 22 hours spent on leisure time, 49 hours sleeping. These are the percents that roughly adds up to. And so they've drawn their circle graph, and number one is done. Now for number four, you need to write a paragraph that gives your response to this activity. And the question they ask is whether you have enough time for recreation and leisure activities. Most people say no, they don't. Um, so you need to either say yes, I do, or no, I don't, and then explain why. Why do you think you need more time for leisure or more time for work, whatever one you choose? Um, Usually that's going to be you feel too stressed, or you feel like you're losing touch with, your friends, or you feel like you work too much, you don't have enough time for school. If you need to change, you need to give one. If you say that you would like a change, you need to give one or two concrete ways to uh, change how much time you spend on leisure, or I would say one or two ways that you can change your weekly schedule. Um, so one person wrote she's going to make her sister do all the cleaning, do more cleaning. Another person wrote that they're going to ask their boss for less time at work. It doesn't have to be things that you actually do. It just has to be concrete things. It can't just be a general thing like, I just want you to work less. That's not going to cut it. Okay, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. Good luck.